My life as a filmmaking student is coming to a close. I have less than 2 months left, and I want to reflect on everything that I've taken away so far. The creative skills I've learned, the memories I've made, and so much more. There's been a lot. A lot of writing, a lot of producing, a lot of shooting, a lot of editing, just a lot of hours. I'm very happy to say that I got so much more out of film school than I could have possibly imagined going into it. It's truly incredible to see how far myself, along with all the other filmmakers in the program, have grown over the years. I want to go over some lessons of the craft of filmmaking itself that I've learned. The first thing on this list is to have conversations with your actors. Rather than just giving them commands and orders, really talk with them and get to the essence of what you're making. My senior thesis has one actor. His name is Maxime. I was DP of a film called Chrysanthemum, and he played one of the main characters. I casted him in my film, and we were having these conversations on set about the scene itself, and it was completely open. There were no parameters of what something had to be. It was a conversation to get to the truth. And I really learned on Dear Julian on that set was getting to the root of certain things. So if Maxime would act out a certain way in a shot or a scene, instead of being like, okay, don't do this, do that, we would try to have a conversation of, okay, why are you doing this? Maybe he's feeling something about the character or the scene that's causing him to do this and act in this way. And also to not reject things that the actor does that don't go according to what you had in your head. Explore why this scene could go in this other direction. I really think those open, honest conversations we had on set, trying the scene different ways and exploring what this scene meant for Julian, for the character, that got the performance that Maxime was able to give. The next thing is that being a director is being a leader, and you set the tone of your film set. People are looking to you. You establish the rules and the parameters of your film set, and your crew is going to follow you. Your actors are going to follow you. The energy that you give out as a director is going to be given back to you. So when things go wrong, it's extremely important to stay calm and to lead with confidence. And whether it's your battery dying or something else happening, don't freak out. Stay calm, stay centered, and lead with the best of your ability. Make good judgment. But I think a certain level of stoicism is super important when you're a director. And check in with people, make people feel like you care about them and that you appreciate the time that they're given, because you're not getting paid on a student film set. And again, you establish the tone. You can have a really goofy film set like the one I had with my film friend Michael, which is just me, Michael, and Stanley, and we were just having fun in my apartment for a horror class assignment that Michael had.
Blackmagic 6K is a beast.
He runs up to the toilet, throwing himself on it. He explodes.
Oh my, is that me or Stan?
That's
okay.
See, this is my best film yet.
This is a certified Michael set.
Or you have something just a lot more serious. Just keep that in mind. Be conscious of that you set the tone as a director. Next thing is building your crew with emotion, not logic. Something I knew I wanted to do for my senior thesis film was build a crew with good vibes, good people, friends that I have built relationships with over time, that I've known. So I had Louisa as my DP, but also she did so much more. She helped me write the script, she helped me produce, she helped me edit, she did a crazy amount. I had my film friend Andrew, who I've done so much work with over the years. Had him on as AC and lighting. Got the boys together. I casted Maxime out of intuition. And really having this team of people who you're close with, or you just share really good connections with, is really gonna translate to screen. Can't emphasize it enough. And even on the film set, on the film day, those film shoots can go very long hours. And having a team where the connections are good, and you guys can trust each other, and you guys can communicate, it just helps so much. Me and Louisa, with the relationship that we have, she was able to put in, again, an incredible amount of work into the film. There's so many holes in the script and the story that I was trying to figure out that she just provided these incredible answers and ideas to. And then there's Luis, my friend from high school, who I called in last minute, and he was able to make a costume for the film in like a week. Next thing is use the power of minimal setups for shots. Sometimes it's all about finding the right angle. Don't feel like you need some kind of crazy lighting setup to get a beautiful shot. There's a film called Blue, which was Ben's film for his junior narrative, which I was cinematographer on, and we were doing this scene in a church. And I remember when me and him were talking about it, we were looking at the church online. I saw this photo on the website from a really nice angle, and I was like, oh, we got to get that angle. And so when we were there on the shoot day, I knew we needed to get that angle. And even there was crew members on the film set who even beat me to that spot. They were like, oh, the camera needs to go there. One of those guys being Ben Lerner. You guys should check out Ben Lerner. great guy, great artist. And just getting the shot from that angle was everything. There was a tube light that we added in the piano, but besides that, the beautiful part of that shot is the angle. Here's shots where I literally have no lighting set up whatsoever. I'm just using natural light or lights that are already there in the room. And just finding that angle, exploring the space, exploring the room, looking for where you can place the camera, you can have a very minimal setup and get a beautiful shot. So don't feel like not having lighting will be the crux of a shot not being nice or pretty or meaningful. We were shooting at this diner for Yvel senior thesis, and the lighting was so pretty. There was violet lights, blue lights, warm lights. Sometimes the set is so beautiful you don't even have to do anything, like lighting wise.
Yes, this is great.
It's just already set up for you.
Sometimes simplicity is the way to go.
You can just find the light that's already there in the room and have it hit your actor at an interesting angle. Like for this shot, we just have the main sunlight coming from the window. It creates this really nice image and shape and these borders from the curtains. And there's nothing wrong with having an elaborate lighting setup, you know, like that can be necessary for the type of shot that you want to get, but just don't feel like you need that. Something a little small, but I think is worth mentioning, is the power of depth in your shot. I was on Ben's documentary film set and we were taking a lunch break at Wendy's, and I had the camera in there and I just decided to start getting shots. And I noticed that just adding something in the foreground made it so cinematic, just this simple act of being at Wendy's and eating food. And so please utilize this mechanism in your shots. The last thing is creative limitations as advantages. Part of why the costume that Luis made for my senior thesis film was so great was because of that time constraint. There was only a week to make it. We kind of just had to make decisions on the fly. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do for the body, but I do have this winter coat that I was thinking. He's like, okay, we'll put it on Maxine backwards. I was like, we need some nice glossy pants. He was like, these are the ones I got. So having less time to do something can actually really help you. Something that I've clearly seen throughout these film school years is that I can always rely on intuition and intuitive ideas. And intuition is just something in general that I'm huge on outside of filmmaking. And so be intuitive with your films. And again, even on the set day when things, go wrong, just be intuitive and trust the feeling of where things should go or could go. Your first instincts with something, your intuitive thoughts or feelings, they are the things that you just need to trust and just go with and stick with. Be intuitive to things on the set day. If you got a feeling of where the camera might need to go, just trust that nudge that you feel. If you have to get shots on the fly on a film set, you can trust your intuitive skills to find the right shot. I think the best way to shot list intuitively on set is just by exploring the space and then going around and seeing what looks nice. Like even down to Keel's using depth, bro. He'd be using that branch, you know what I mean? And then you got them in the back, so that's gonna be a really nice shot. Frame within a frame?
Yeah.
Right there. Frame within a frame, baby.
This is cinema.
On Ben's documentary film, I was going very light with my equipment and I didn't have a tripod, but I still wanted to get some nice stable wide shots, and I just put the camera on the grass. And the shots came out beautiful.
So this is giving me stability without the hassle of setting up the tripod, and also it even looks better because tripod can't even get this low.
Last thing that my professor says is that being a filmmaker on the set day, you want to look for these gifts from the universe. These things that disrupt your plan are actually beautiful things from the universe that are trying to help you and your art. And I believe it's God, but even if you don't, I think it's worth engaging that creative imagination of trying to think of what this thing could be showing me and what this thing could be trying to teach me and how this could work in my favor for the art. And really, I think that's the most important thing about the craft of filmmaking. Being able to be open to these things that you think are sacrifices in the moment, but they're actually nudges to help you get to where your art is really meant to go. But yeah, I still got some time in film school, but this has been my main reflection on my life as a filmmaking student. I'm very grateful for all of these lessons, but like I said before, I'm most grateful for, most appreciative of the memories that I've made, the experiences I've had with the other people, the other souls in this film school. And that is the number one most important thing outside of just learning the craft, but in life in general, that I've taken away from film school, is that all of this is about experience and the memories. It is, for me, it is all about that. And even the art itself, the film that you make, is a part of that. The film becomes a memory of what you did to make it. And the people who are with you on those journeys, those relationships you build with them, those are the most important things from all of this, in my eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more. Go work on your projects. Go dream on. Go be an artist and create from the soul. Peace.